Hello, my name is Mike Taylor, and I'm the Director of Operations for Grace Brethren International Missions, as well as a medical missionary to Africa, specifically the Central African region. In 1989, my wife and I, Myra, were able to go to the Central African Republic with our two young daughters to be medical missionaries, myself as a physician's assistant and Myra as a nurse. Our dream was to provide health care which would afford us the opportunity to speak into lives spiritually. We quickly realized that the opportunities were many. We also realized most of the healthcare problems were related to malnutrition. So my wife quickly formed a malnutrition clinic, which took place on our back doorsteps. I would see the patients, I would send them over to the house where Myra would take care of them. When Myra and I arrived in the Central African Republic, we were very grateful for the well-established, well-functioning medical work that we hopped into. 2 hospitals and 21 clinics spread across the country. A very well-established medical, surgical, and dental program. We were so appreciative to be able to stand on the shoulders of medical and dental workers that had begun this work in 1918. Because of the malnutrition clinic, a young boy walked into our life whose name was Foxy. Foxy is quite an odd name for a young boy in Africa, but when he arrived at our back doorstep, he literally was near death. He had the lymphatic form of tuberculosis called scrofula. What Foxy demonstrated to us was 25 cents a day of medication can literally change a life. He came back to our home 30 days, 90 days, and 6 months later, a changed boy. The other day I was walking through the market in Yaluke, the Central African Republic, 2008, some 10 years after I met Foxy, and a young man walked up to me and said, "Monsieur, Akimo? Mister, is it you?" And I was amazed that I immediately knew this was the Foxy that I had taken care of. And I was so excited to hear that not only is he a productive young businessman in the community, he's also faithfully engaged in his local church. The following day, I was hit with the reality of war and what war and its ravages have done. You see, in 2003, Grace Brethren International Missions lost $2 million in assets, and many of our medical institutions were closed due to war. We were invited to attend the wake of a 25-year-old woman who had died the previous night. It was amazing, the atmosphere. And I remember after 30 minutes of paying our respects, walking away, I said to our medical doctor, Debona Paul, "Why did she die?" He said she lacked the $35 to have a hernia repair. After these 2 experiences, I sat down with my African colleagues and we decided we have to do something about this. We were reminded that a mere 25 cents a day of antibiotics changed a life. And here 10 years later, Foxy is a productive citizen in the Central African Republic. And then seeing that young girl lie in the casket, we thought, wow, for a mere $35, this premature death could have been avoided. And we decided then that if you see our logo in the Central African Republic, in the Chad, in the Cameroon, or the Congo, you know that you're going to get compassionate, competent, affordable, and Christ-centered health care, and you won't be turned away. We'd like to invite you to join our team, and here are 3 ways that you can do that. The first way is that you can pray. We need for you to pray that we will be successful. This team needs financial resources. And the second way you can participate with this team is that you can make a financial contribution. And finally, if you have a heart for medical or dental missions, you can join our team by going on a short-term ministry trip to the African region. I would consider it a real privilege if you would want to participate with us, either through praying, through giving, or through going.